Here's a name I can say from the Eradicator.
Hello and welcome to this channel, everybody. This is the Eradicator and it is Friday morning, and guess what, guys? Insta Star Citizen is back. That's right, Jared is back with a brand new episode, a brand new season. This is the 3.8 season actually that has just kicked off. Now, we were given a little warning throughout the episode that unfortunately, especially given at the end of the episode actually, we were told that we are going to have to go around or between the drops because CitizenCon is coming, and Jared did say that he's going to try his best to avoid any spoilers. So that means that we're not gonna have a lot of juice, not gonna have a lot of meat and potatoes. It's gonna be radish and cabbages all the way until CitizenCon, I'm afraid. And this is why this episode, and probably the next following episodes until CitizenCon, which is, by the way, in about a month or so, just a little bit less than a month. We're about like 29 days away from CitizenCon, if I'm correct. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to deal with shorties, like this episode. Look at that, this is barely 8 minutes long. It's a little bit less if you include that. Thank you for watching from Chris Roberts at the end. So yeah, a little bit disappointing as you can see, but to be expected. Now, we've already been complaining in this channel and in other channels. For example, The Games has made a very interesting rant about Star Citizen being too short. I also regularly rant about that. I think that Inside Star Citizen needs to be at least 15 minutes long, in my opinion. And if we get 12 minutes, that's still acceptable. But 8 minutes, that feels like a rushed filler episode. And especially when you got the premiere. This is the goddamn premiere of the 3.8 season. You can't have an 8 minutes. We've been waiting for 3 weeks or more to have the next Inside Star Citizen. And we got this, 8 minutes. This is not acceptable. CIG, I'm going to give a dislike to this episode just for the sake of having 8 minutes. This is not acceptable. And this is, I was having this discussion in one of the live streams, on Twitch that I do almost every day with one of the followers. We were talking about being a subscriber or not, and he was surprised that I was not a subscriber. And I told him, hey, I'm not giving them money for a shitty, and too bad I'm going to say this word, but I'm not giving any money for a shitty 8 minute 8 minute episode. This is ridiculous. That's not. I mean, I don't think I would be getting my money's worth with just a weekly 8 minute episode. So that's why I decided not to be a subscriber. Could have been a subscriber with decent 15 minutes episode on a weekly basis if that was the minimum standard, but 8 minutes, not too long. Anyway, enough with the rant now. Now let's talk about what we actually see inside this episode. And we're going to talk a little bit about rest stops, guys. This is something that is coming in 3.8. If you check out the roadmap here, let's go down here just below Macrotech. Rest Stop Space Station Interior Variants. We are, as of today, as I'm recording this video, which is October 25th. This is actually from the update of October 19th. We are at 79 tasks completed out of 116. And this is actually the very first time that we have some official footage of the Rest Stop Space Station Interior Variants. And I have to say that they're looking pretty neat. Definitely an improvement, definitely an upgrade compared to what we're having right now. And when we are going to Crusader L1, our Corp L1, Crusader L5, all those stations where we refuel and sometimes buy stuff or drop off packages. Here, these new stations are going to be less like a gas station. When we go to these stations, it feels more like a crappy gas station on the side of a highway, of a low-tier highway. That's how they feel like. Now, they're going to get an upgrade now, especially since they had a visual upgrade from the exterior. Now, there's going to be the interior that's going to match these exteriors. And they're definitely going to look more like malls, or at least more upscale, refurbished stations. They're going to have, more shops, of course, but they're going to have actual, I wouldn't say malls. They're not exactly going to be malls, but actual food courts. They said that the halls would be about 12 meters tall, which is definitely quite impressive. But at the same time, these stations are also quite big, right? So we would say, but Irad, why do we actually need food in the game? Why is this important? And well, it actually does have its own importance, simply because let me tell you why it does have its importance. If you actually check out, let's go back to the roadmap here, and we're going to check out gameplay, which is actually not in 3.9, but it's actually going to be for not for 3.8, but actually for 3.9, if I am correct. Yes. Player status system v1, expansion of the core mechanics that track player status and well-being. Now, this, unfortunately, the picture is very small, but this actually is going to be the very first iteration of survival elements and survival mechanics that we're going to have in the game. So when this is online, players are going to have to eat, maybe sleep. I don't know about sleeping, but they're definitely going to have to eat and drink. Now, where do we eat and drink? Well, we're going to have to get them from shops. We're going to have to get them from vending machines. Things like that. That's why you have shops scattered all around the hero zones. That's why you have shops around some of those stations, simply because we are going to have to buy some of those pizzas, some of those, Big Benny noodles. We're going to have to buy some of those burritos. Right now, we can't interact with those stands. We can't interact with those NPCs. Well, I think that we need server-side object container streaming for that as well, because right now, there's pretty much nothing more that the game can do with the current state of the technology. But as soon as we have object container streaming, it's going to allow for far more interactions with a lot of different elements of the game, including some of these NPC vendors that right now are just static. We can't do anything with them. They're just here, but they don't do anything. But I'm telling you, man, as soon as we have server-side object container streaming there, it's going to be a whole new world out there in the verse. And so that's why we're having these rest stop interior variants with all of these shops. That's because they are preparing for the future, and they definitely want to make sure that these stations look as nice as possible. They want these stations to be as attractive as possible, because they want players to feel home. They want players to feel welcome. That's exactly why they're saying that they're not going to do the same as in Polarizar. For example, at Polarizar, all the shops are behind closed doors, so they don't want that to be the case for these rest stop interior shops like these noodle stores that we can see here in the footage. Now, the next thing that we can see, another thing that they talk about in this shorty, I'll call it the shorty, in this 8-minute shorty, are Annunciator panels. Now, a very quick mention of Annunciator panels. It's less than 1 minute of content here. Let's go back to the roadmap. Annunciator panels scheduled. I don't understand why it's scheduled, because it seems to be there, right? So I think that they need to update the roadmap here a little bit. Updated for the last time October 5th, 2019, but it looks like it's not scheduled. It looks like they already have tasks completed. And this is also one of the rants that I had a couple of days ago about the roadmap. The roadmap doesn't tell anything. Why do you say it's scheduled, but we can actually see that inside Star Citizen? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, ship UI panels that show critical information about onboard system. I think that this is actually going to be a good idea to have that in the game, because right now the UI is a little bit too overcomplicated. We got stuff everywhere. It's not always visible, especially when there's something like a bright object in front of us, like an illuminated atmosphere that reflects, the illumination of the sun, things like that. So we don't really see everything that's happening. So if we can actually have panels with, cues that are well visible with buttons or whatever indicator, a little bit like in the car dashboard, well, I think that it is going to give us better information. We'll have a better idea about what's going on in our ships, and I think that this is a very welcome addition to the whole flying experience in Star Citizen. So we had a very quick look at this, and looking forward to having that in action throughout the 3.8 PTU in December. And that's it, guys. Unfortunately, that's it for this Inside Star Citizen. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that we actually made it longer than the actual episode. You see, that's my point. We should actually have more content. I don't think it's normal that YouTube content creators actually have longer episodes or longer reviews or longer content than CIG themselves. It should be the opposite. But anyway, guys, please tell me what you think about this Inside Star Citizen episode. I thought that I was glad to see those rest up interior variants, and it was nice also to see initial panels. It was nice to see work being done for 3.8, but at the same time, I think that the episode was way too short and not informative enough. I wish that they could have talked to us a little bit more. All right, guys. Also, please don't forget to check out the Patreon page down here, because this month I've got a Patreon exclusive giveaway. I'm giving away my last Tomb Ranger CV with lifetime insurance. Yeah, if you want to support the channel, pledges start at $1 a month, and it is really helping the channel a lot. So please check it out if you want to consider helping the channel. Also, another way to help the channel is to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. That is also really helpful. And that's it for this video, guys. As always, please check out the Twitch channel as well, because I'm trying to stream almost every day. I usually don't stream on Saturdays, but I try to stream during every other day. So I'll be glad to have you in the chat. Sometimes I do YouTube videos straight from the Twitch stream, so maybe you'll be in a video as well. It's your chance to be in the show. Anyway, guys, that's all for this video. Once again, thank you so much for watching. This is the Eradicator. I am signing out.